G'day guys, so I thought I'd do a quick video on how I maintain my bike, lube points, how I wash it, how I store it away if I'm not going to be using it for a specific amount of time, and things like that. So first of all, I'll go through the lubing points. I use this stuff. It goes on really thin and then it kind of thickens up, and it's perfect for the pivoting points such as the clutch lever and things like that. So I'll show you how I put that on. So clutch lever I usually put on. I've only got one hand, but what I'll do is just spray it in, down for a sec, just work it in a little bit, then wipe the excess off. Do this every now and then, maybe once every couple of weeks. I also will do these springs. It also prevents rust and things like that too, so I'll lube them up. And then also I will put it in here, spray down here, wipe the excess off, so there's, you can actually hear the lube inside. And just here on this little piece, lube that up. Things like that in general. I use that particular spray can, and it's done me well so far. Also, once you've lubed your clutch lever, just have a look for the play, how much play you have. The manual actually says 10 to 15 millimeters from the ball point or the ball end of the clutch lever, which is about 15 millimeters, so that's about what you're looking for there. Now that we've established the pivoting point lubricant that I use, I'll move on to the chain, which is this stuff. It's I think it's absolutely amazing. The can sucks. As you can see, it's kind of leaked. As I spray it, it leaks, but normal procedure: lift the bike up, give it a clean off first, spray the inside as you're spinning the wheel. Don't do it while your engine's running, because you'll probably lose some fingers. So spin the wheel with your hand, spray the inside, work it in, and this stuff is really good. Like, it's so sticky and tacky, and it doesn't hold too much dirt, it doesn't attract too much dirt, I should say. So yeah, this stuff, amazing. And for chain slack, the manual states that you want about 35 to 45 millimeters of travel from the middle here, and that is about that, so that's pretty good as of now. One thing I've noticed with the DR650 though is if I move it up one more, it's way too tight, and if I move it down as it is now, it's on the brink of loose. So I've just got to wait till the chain stretches maybe a little bit more before I move it up a little. Just while we're on the chain subject, you really want to inspect your sprockets as you lube your chain. If they start looking like shark's teeth, then you really want to think about changing them. The front one is going to wear faster than the rear one because it's rotating more, so you really want to take that cover off periodically, maybe every I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 miles or whatever, and just check it, see if it's all good. Okay, so that's the lubricant side of things, and now I'll move on to the, I don't know what you call it, weather protectant stuff. I actually use this tire shine. It's really cheap, and a lot of people don't agree with it, or probably won't agree with it, but I actually spray down most of the engine and stuff like that, and then once it's clean obviously, and then I'll wipe off the excess. And what happens is, here's a bottle of water I've put in a spray can. I just spray, I'll show you what I mean. Obviously don't put it on important parts where you're going to slip or anything, like your foot pegs and your tyre and stuff, but as you can see, it doesn't let anything stick, and it's so easy to wash your bike afterwards if you spray that on. You don't have to go too aggressive with it, just a light coat because it's silicon based. And obviously under the guards, as you can see, is nice and clean because I only have to use a garden hose and the dirt just comes straight off with this stuff. So yeah, that's my secret, or my technique of how to keep the guards and the whole bike in general clean. So that's that. Tyre shine, silicon base. I think anything along those lines is going to help you clean the bike. So with the seat, obviously I don't want to be using the tyre shine, so what I'll do is I'll use microfiber cloth and this so I don't slip off the seat. So my seat is cleaned with this stuff, just general armour all. Does the job, protects it from the sun, I guess, UV protectant, so it says. So that's that. So I used to have an exhaust plug, but every time I used an exhaust plug I would try to start the bike to dry it off afterwards and I would always forget it. Every time I would tell myself, don't forget to pull out the exhaust plug, even with a tag on it, and I never learnt my lesson. So I just do this now. Ziploc bag when I'm washing the bike, and then if I forget it, which I shouldn't because it's quite obvious, but if I do, it just blows straight off. So that's how I clean my bike and protect the exhaust. I might as well, there's going to be disagreements with this too, but I just use 10W40 semi-synthetic. Been using it since it's new with no problems. I don't believe I need full synthetic for this bike, but each to their own. As long as it's motorcycle oil, otherwise you're going to have problems with your clutch potentially. I've used normal car oil for a motorcycle before, a wet clutch, and I've not had problems, but that's what I've heard, so I just play it safe and stick to the motorcycle oil. So the owner's manual actually says for the DR650 that you should change the oil every 6,000 kilometers after it's broken in, or 3,500 miles. I actually change mine more often than that. You don't have to. I mean, if you want to follow what the manual says, then be my guest. But I actually changed my oil every 3,000 kilometers, which I guess was around 2,000 miles. That's just me, but as I said, it's your choice, your bike. Alright guys, so that should sum it up. That's pretty much what I use to maintain my motorcycle. Everyone's different. This is basically just the way I do it, so take it with a grain of salt. Thanks for watching. Until next time.